Welcome back to Mixed Machines. So today we finished the brackets and everything for the engine, and they're all bare metal, so we have to paint them. And to paint them, we're going to be doing a powder coat. So we bought a Harbor Freight special powder coating system in the oven off of Facebook Marketplace for $100, which is nicer than our ovens at home. So yeah, we're gonna see how well it goes. Well, this here's our powder coater, Central Machine, Harbor Freight. Super rinky-dink one. Here's our test bracket, and this is our super fancy nice oven. It's got cooking options, so if you, instead of baking it, you want to broil it, you'd have at it. So we tested it, make sure we got stuff to degrees. So it's been running for the past 25 minutes, because we haven't set the clock or anything, and we know exactly how long it's been on. Well, it's got fancy touch buttons.
We got the big one too.
Yeah, it's a big oven. The biggest one we can get, or we can find at least on the marketplace, for as cheap as we wanted. So it's 30-inch from outside and then 24 on the inside. That's the oven. Now we're going to get to it. See how disastrously this process is going to be. Alright, so test piece number one. First, you got to clean it.
Dun, dun, dun. And we're using a citrus-based degreaser. I'm just using paper towels because I don't have any microfiber cloths.
I had some. I don't know where they went though.
Yeah, I just bought some too. Should have bought some yesterday when we were at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
That's good. Got to get nice and clean because there's a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah, from the cutting table, grinding, and
Yeah, I mean,
welding it on.
sandblasting would be best. But we don't have a cabinet and it makes a huge mess. Perfect. That's why that's there for the kitchen.
Well, it's not like that's clean.
Clean enough. We don't want to stick to it.
Do you want to bake it first?
Yeah. We're gonna bake it.
Alright, so first thing, this says procedure is clean it and then cook it for a bit.
Yeah, just to warm up the base metal so it sticks better, apparently. I don't know, I've never done this before.
Well, it's backwards. You gotta flip it around.
Backwards. I don't know, I don't cook stuff. I don't know how this works.
You gotta tilt it up.
Get it in the right one first.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, fancy, fancy. We'll leave that in there for 5 minutes or so.
Alright, so we let it bake for about 5-6 minutes. And now we're gonna pull it out and see how well we can paint it. Or powder coat it. We're using an oven. We're using oven mitts.
Okay. Nice constant flow. Ready?
Yep.
So we just step on the hang and then we just boom, don't touch it. Jumble up in there.
Good?
I don't know. I've never done this before. I don't know.
Don't touch it.
I don't know if it's fuzzies from this or if it's from. I don't remember seeing anything on there.
No, let's just bake it.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Alright, so we did it. It's got a nice even coat all over. You see? It's got a weird looking texture to it. It's our first time doing it, so we don't know if that's normal or not.
Yeah, it should be. It should make some of it.
So, on to the next part, back in the oven.
Time.
15, 20?
Yeah, let's go.
You-
It's 20 seconds.
No, it's 20 minutes.
Oh, is it? Oh, hour minute.
And nah, we're not gonna watch this one melt or dry or whatever. Huh? So we'll be back in 20 minutes. Alright, we're at the final countdown. With 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no!
We have powder coat.
Alright, so after we finish cooking it, what you're supposed to do is turn the oven off, which we haven't figured that part out yet. We haven't figured that part out. And then you open the door, let all the toxic fumes out, make sure you breathe all of them. And then now that it's off and the oven is open, you gradually let it cool down and off because you don't want to instantly take it off and cool it down because that's bad for it apparently. At least according to directions. But we don't read those, so. Yeah, they don't got pictures. We can't read. But yeah, so we're gonna let it cool down and we'll be back after that. It's hot in there. I'm not gonna stick my camera in there. What if it melts? It's looking somewhat shiny, a little more better than what it was. Looks like it's a nice flatter texture than when we put it in there, so we'll be back. Okay, so we open it up, we let it cool down. It's been sitting for about an hour. It's all cooled out, so we're ready to pull it out and see what it looks like. Take it off the rack. You can see, it has a nice glossy finish now. Can't really see on the camera. I mean, it looks super nice on the camera, but an actual person, you can see there's a few spots where it's a little thin at. Like there, you see it's like just a little thin there in the middle. Anyway, you see a nice glossy sheen to it. And it's powder coated. Now, if we really wanted to, we could wet sand with this 400 grit and throw another coat on it. But for a test piece, it came out pretty good. So now we're gonna paint everything else too. Supercharge it. We're going mad with painting. Simple.
Yeah. Very good.
As long as you have the tools, it's quite simple. Yeah, so the worst spot's right there with the wire. We're holding it with the wire. So you can see it's a little seen through right there. But that's on the inside, so it's not too bad. Good. Test piece aside, and we'll get our next 3 pieces set up. Make sure they fit on our rack. They get a fit all in the oven. And then we'll clean it all off, get it all preheated. And alright, so these are the next 3 pieces we're going to be doing. We got the main alternator pulley piece, center pulley piece between the superchargers, and the tensioner side. So bolts on like this, tensioner goes here. And we got little bolt holes, so that's where we're gonna hang them at. Alright, we baked them, pulling them out.
And action. Just a little bit away.
Alright, so I did a horrible job painting it, now we put it in the oven. So you see they're white and they're dull. Once we let it cook for a while, they'll come out nice white and shiny. And clean up is just as easy as that. Alright, so oven's all done. You can see they're all nice and glossy in there. So same thing as last time, turn the oven off. We're going to open up the door. And we're going to let them cool. Okay, so I got a little excited. I already pulled them out of the oven and looked at them. But you see that I really got to paint them by himself. You see, like I missed in like crevices in there that we couldn't really see too well because we had it hung when all three of them together. So they definitely got to be painted by themselves. See, missed in the corner, up there, inside here pretty bad. But other than that, all the flat surfaces, everything we got covered up pretty good. Came out really nice. They come really nice paint. Now I got the big piece here, nice. Greased fluid, nice looking, but unfortunately, you know, backside missed a whole bunch of spots. So definitely gonna put them up higher so I can see it better. And then do it one at a time to really get the full coverage of the whole tire piece. Yeah, and then the last one, the worst part's in here. A little harder to tell with the shadow, but and like in there, you know, almost completely missed it. So like, yeah. So, lesson learned, paint one piece at a time. Do it a little higher up so I can see, have full vision all over the whole entire thing. So I can completely cover everything next time I paint them. So these I will clean up the spots I need to, repaint it, recook them and everything, and from there it'll be good. And after that, I'm also going to try painting the aluminum pieces. So yeah, so I'm also going to paint the intake manifolds, intake, these adapter seat, and also the superchargers I'm also going to try painting too. But that's going to take a lot more prep work. They're also aluminum, so I don't know how well they're going to paint with that. So yeah, so this is also aluminum. I don't know how well aluminum will paint because we've only done the mild steel so far. And with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little first time powder coating experiment we had, which it really came out great. Powder coating is pretty easy actually. It's really not that difficult. From what pieces we've done, you know, they came out really well. Other than a few trial and errors. And I got a bird over there chirping away now. Bella, get it. And before we sign off, as you see in the video, we weren't wearing masks or anything. That was our stupid mistake. Always have the correct PPE gear that you need. Know your personal protective equipment. We were excited. We were first time doing it, so we're all gung-ho about it instead of thinking about the safety options that we should have worn. Always wear your PPE. You know, it only takes one time to destroy everything. So don't forget to wear your PPE. That's really important. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. I'll answer whatever I can, and what I can, I'll tell you I don't know. Won't be able to answer you. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our little experiment of powder coating here in the garage. Other than that, thank you, and until next time. We'll see about powder coating some aluminum pieces and